The Severn Chamber. In the days of the De Wolfs, this chamber was reserved for the heir of the house, though it was originally furnished for Hafren, the woman of uncertain lineage, who became Baron Walter's mother and bequeathed her unusual pale eyes and hair to Walter and his descendants. Curious. But no, hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to Book of Hours, where I've done a little bit of rearranging of our various books. Now, this one's now more organized by what skills they provide. And actually, a lot of these are brand new skills. In fact, I believe all of these ones are, and yes, these are as well. Though interestingly, they're both edicts, martial, inviolable, and, well, there we go, edicts liminal. These three are ones I already have, and I think that I have been playing this game wrong for a while, because you see, these skills are essentially uncorruptible, whereas we're finding very rapidly that these soul elements are, slightly more vulnerable, shall we say. So, with luck, and quite a bit of luck, sorry, go away for now. Ooh. Well, hello there. I was gonna say, with a bit of luck, we won't have to worry about that for the near future. I think I want to get more skills in general, because I'm only one grail away from curing this gisting fet, which I can then use here and presumably, possibly, evolve, in theory. I forget which skill I need to use with it, but that's something I can look into in a moment. One of you is associated with it. I don't recall which, though, sadly. It's also quite irrelevant until I've cured my gisting fet. But now that it's sunny, I'm reconsidering some things. Because I wasn't going to go for this Ink of Revelation. Well, let me let things progress a little bit. Oh. An offer from Oriflammes for the Gospel of Zacchaeus, a mystery knock, Solar Gothic period, horns and ivories, the hunter, the way, and their memories. I do have some animal bones. I'm wondering if some of these skills will let me craft different items. Like particular items, particularly valuable items, I should say. Now, what's the tally price, though? 4? Oh. Well, I don't have the money for that. Wildly unofficial, eternally consistent. An interesting way to describe Spintrii. And now, well, if I can't have that, then I suppose what I have to do is recall Shapt. Shapt'll do. Because I do have various things I want to get done. And I suppose I'll spend a health here just to keep up the currency acquisition. And maybe get the pastor, I believe. I really desperately want to get into this despoiled laboratory. Partially because it's a laboratory and thus is interesting to me. But also because I want someplace to store all of these beverages in some place. Just so I have, like, the ability to refer to them later. And as soon as this ends, which I believe will exhaust my Arab, I think. Ah, perfect, thank you. But yes, as soon as my Arab is exhausted... well, I'll start worrying about things. I wonder if I have time to get the pastor going as well. Probably, but maybe not. I do not know for sure. Let's do a quick little check. I mean, if I could use Whist to attract them, then... I believe yes. Yes, I can. Here, have a crown. Only take a shilling of it, please. Which I think is 2.5 shillings per crown, I think. And yeah, since it's sunny... Oh, no, get back here. Since it's sunny, I should be able to have him open up the... what appears to be a church. Yeah, the darkened church. Appreciated. Hopefully we'll have time for that. One can hope. In the meantime, we wait a moment while that finishes. We've promised that we'll assist you, and in fact, I'm also going to give you this cup of Veiled Goddess Lapsang Suchong tea, I think. Or is Suchong the name of the beverage? I'm afraid I'm not well versed in beverages in general. Those minor details of the natural world. Yes. I do want to do some gardening, but it's not really the main concern right now. Right now, I want to acquire new skills, specifically something with Grail, is what I want. Desperately want. And I might be able to pull that off with the Devoured Tantra, but... The trouble is, I believe Arab is the only thing I have that has... Thank you. Down to the Gushins, if you say so. But yes, oh! More serpentine. Ooh, hold now. A heart in a jar. Which has heart in it, obviously. Essential periost. With an abundance of nectar, scale, and winter. What happens when you boil and scrape us down to our utter fundamentals? If you say so. Oh, the necropsy table. Delightful. Hold, please. Serpentine slab, and it's viable here? A tool, material, remains. Fatigued a carcass. Hold up, sorry. Go back a moment. This isn't how you know who was mortal. Concerning. But we will move on from that. No, since we have this, I believe I do have some shaft I can throw into this. Along with... Oop, no. Let's see, which one of you contains... Oh. Yeah, that'll give me an amethyst ampule, but that's not what I want. Well, tell me more. Well, for a scholar level recipe, if I add a metal, I'll create an exotic alloy. If I add a metal... Any metal, perhaps? Something to consider, and something I should write down. That's another thing I need to do. I need to start writing things down, because some of these books provide very useful memories. And it would be, oh, so useful. Pardon. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I saw this as something new, and was slightly concerned. Talk about the weather. That's a rather loud... Oh well. Talk about the weather. More useful than one might expect, especially in Britain. The influences of the turning sky can boost an assistant's abilities for the rest of the day. Yeah, they can. And my assistance with Faust will let us open up the darkened church. But now, onto this, though. Well, yes, onto this while we pause, briefly. Hendrik de Wolf evicted the family of the healer Natan from the Barber's Tower, as it was then called. I've rooted out the Barber's brood he is recorded to have gloated. But his great-great-grandson Gideon, the motley baron for his brindled hair, restored the tower and made it a place of healing again. Of course, the equipment in this room dates from the current century, but Gideon's other nickname was the Cutter. It was rumored that he brought corpses for dissection, even that he was a vivisectionist. The latter was probably a slander, but one way or another, scholars have been cutting up corpses in here for a very long time. Alas, I have no such corpses. I do have animal remains, though, which... Can I use them here? Ah, now hold, please. A memory of gossip. Now, I am going to do the clever thing and exit out of the game, because that's annoyingly how that works. Gossip has been derived from the Queens of the Rivers. The Queens of the Rivers. +2 rose and +1 I do wish that this stayed up while I was tabbed out, but can't have everything. +1 Grail, which is exactly what I need in order to heal myself. +1 Grail. Perfection itself. Now, the Queen of the Vistula is poisoned. The Queen of the Dnieper chokes on a fishhook. The Queen of the Tagus is burnt alive. The culprit, it transpires, is the audience. The surviving queens are directed to execute whatever audience members do not escape. A surprisingly lucid epilogue suggests that the correspondence of river names with historical events does provide clues to secret histories behind our own. And we have here lessons, Path and Pilgrim. Not as useful as I would perhaps have liked, but useful nonetheless. And I'm willing to consider it just to have it. Now, the question becomes, what do we do? Oh, you've been mastered. Sorry, that's not where you belong at all. I need to find another shelf. Fortunately, I'll have the laboratory open soon so I can move some of these. I'm sorry. That part of the soul called Shapt is left outside the white door of the Mansis as a key in the door, or as a sword outside a king's hall if you listen to the noble endeavor. Something to consider later. I'm going to have to preserve this, I believe. Because if my Arab is fatigued, I cannot, unfortunately, move into this bed, which I believe I will need to. But, matter for the very near future. Alright. Let's see here. Now, the question I have is resurgences and emergences, or ragged crossroads, or something else. I thought I saw putrefactions and calcinations, sights and sensations. I am uncertain, but I think this might possibly have what I want. Good, and one more thing? One more thing. Thank you. And that should make you strong enough to clear out the church. And meanwhile, we have 2 new books to consider. So many things to catalog, so many things to look at. And the problem is that cataloging things is risky. Oh, 2 rows. Oh, even better. Birdsong and Nyctodromia, unfortunately, which means I don't really have as much use for it as I would perhaps have liked, but let's see. Remind me for a second, what does the Grail have? Hunger, lust, and the drowning waters. The principle of the Grail honors both the birth and the feast. Now, I believe I've created a problem for myself, where I saw something that looked very promising. Serpents and venoms, stitching and binding, the sickle. Alas, if only I could. But no. No, I don't see it anymore, which is annoying. There you are. Ah, but you have Grail. Right, that is the issue. It is so hard to find more Grail. Alas. Well, let's consider this, I suppose. Yes, anything can fit there, but should anything fit there? Or have I consumed what had Shapt in it? Or just Shapt. Sky. Let's see here. Well, the only thing I have is Fost that has... That doesn't quite seem right. And yet it is. Fair, I'm already using up as much Fost as I'm willing to. And yet this might not be enough. Oh, no, not you. Fur and feathers, yes. One moment. I was thinking we'd had this all planned. And yet... Well, there's a fairly good chance that this is sufficient. And yes, there is some risk involved here, but I'm not willing to do that, no. Sorry. Thinking on it, perhaps not. No. That being the case, I think moth is my best option. Just for something to consider while I'm doing all this other... Pardon. Doing all this other delightful nonsense. Oh, come now, which one of you has moth in you? There we are. Edict's Liminal. No memories, but depending on what it offers me, I should be fine to do another 2. Moth, no real issue there. It would be nice to evolve my soul, although I think that is actually a perhaps risky proposition. Perhaps extremely risky. That's just a timing thing, is that. Yes. Oh no, it's perhaps that they unlock the... Armagnac Dees. Deus? Yes. That is how that is pronounced. Oh, more books. Delightful. Stargall ink. An ink traditionally, but only rarely, made with meteoric iron. A minor ink of power. The alchemist's glassware. A substance. A leaf, a root, a material, remains, perhaps a flower. And then a solution. Some liquid or fuel. Okay. Let's see what we can make with that. Ambergris, is that a gem? It is not a metal. Solomon's preparation. Solomon Husher would take this every night without fail before sleep, to close his ears to the sound of the waves. But on the 9th of January, 1838, a heavy snow fell on Hush House. When the other residents dug themselves out, Husher was nowhere to be found. He had left a resignation letter and an undrunk measure of his preparation. Odd. Wolf Snow Ampule, which is a liquid. Ruby Rise Ruin, which is a very delightful liquid. Sacrament Malachite. Back in the Dawn period, the Sisterhood of the Triple Knot used this in the rites of the King of the Ring Hue. Pardon. The hour which has also been called the Malachite. Glassfinger Toxin. Terrifying. What is within, what is without within. A poison sacred to the votaries of the Meniscate. Sacrament Callicite, which is perfect for what I have right now. Back in the Dawn period, the Sisterhood of the Triple Knot used this in the rites of the Red Grail. Well, I'll bet they did. Oh yes, sorry. Failed to collect fully. Okay. And then I assume that this is all 8s. Yeah. It's a dining room. Perfect. I can store all my liquor in there. Which is a terrible phrasing there, but it's true. I need some place to store it all. Alright, we got sky, heart, and scale, and various other things. But no, let's do some gardening. I've spoken of doing it for a while now. It is now spring, so what can I do? I believe sea holly in summer, blue crown in winter. Sea blessed pears in summer and autumn, in Numa the shining pear, Pyrus orichalcanus. Am I to understand? Ah, there we are. Cat's claw, of all things. Which, now that I have the laboratory open, I may or may not be able to use. Now, where am I? Yeah, I was going to say, not all of you have nectar. It's been quite the thing to get a hold of. Gather cat's claw carefully. Its mischievous thorns find ways through the thickest of gloves. Oh, the combined scale from both of them. Yes, I see now. Alright, in this we have ink. Yet another ink. I should probably consider where I store this. Perhaps even more carefully, but for now. I like to keep those on the writing desk so I have access to them. And you I might be able to access sooner than... Pardon? Oh, alas, the disappearance of that opportunity, which is mildly annoying. Oh, and I haven't considered this delivered from Cater and Harrow yet. Where I've completely forgotten what I bought, but, well. Such is life. Now, you. Oh, you want weather? Bother. Relevant furniture, though, that I can provide. That I can provide in spades. Also, a special thank you to... bother. Also, you're not furniture. But no, a special thank you to the person who told me I can just mouse over these instead of clicking repeatedly. Am I to understand? Oh, are you furniture? You are wall art. Well, I'll wait till I actually have it before I say or think anything. I'm still here, yes? Okay, I have to wait until... I have to wait a few more minutes. Just a few more moments. It's fine, don't worry about it. That should be the cue. It is not. It was the cue for this. Oh, I see more books. Very nice. I'm not studying new books for the moment. Huh. Look upon them. The Watchman, the Metascate, the Sun in Rags, and the Madrigad. Oh, that which is not needed, that shall be quenched. When it ends, it will be a beautiful ending. What is within without what is without within. The way is lit for the willing and for the unwilling. Terrifying. But now you... An instrument. Music awaits here. You know, I think one of the things we created was a sound. Or found was a sound. Curious. Oh, by the way, I found out that this is a pigment. So apparently there is painting to be done. Suspiciously, this also exists, so... Well, I think I know where we're going to be going for that nonsense. Perhaps not now, but in the future, perhaps. Oh, hello. A solar altar, which lets me evolve via splendor. Alas, that I have no such... Well, sorry, evolve via hushery, not splendor. The sun in splendor is what triggered that particular phrasing, but yes, the sun in splendor is the hour which was sundered, the hour which is not conquered, the hour from which proceed all the other hours of the day, or so the church teaches. Interesting. Something to look into. Now, you I must pay close attention to, because I certainly don't want to fail this challenge. Okay. So, I need objects of comfort. Well, that's curious. Oh no, there we are. Say, I have to mouse over it for here. No. No. Bother. Botheration. What about you? Sky. No. No. I lack the moth to do this, and there will be consequences, I'm sure. Nope, hold up. What have you? Moon. Sky. This looks very like the armchair in which Kitty Mazarin, second librarian, sat for L. Breton's famous group portrait. And a lingering repose, which has Grail of all things in it. Oh. Pardon? No, still not time, you say? Unfortunately, and perhaps I should have looked this over beforehand, but you're a form of comfort? No. Well, yes, you are, but you don't have the trait I need. Which is moth. Interesting that all these are color-coded, so in theory I could simply look at them and see what they actually provide. This provides nectar? Nectar, yep. Predictable. Unfortunate. Unfortunate for us. Oh, hello. Nectar, Grail. Yet more Grail. Not much in the way of comforting moth out there. Or rather, objects of comfort that contain moth. We should specify? No. Well, we failed that. Unfortunate. Alright. Let it convert to night, please. I need to preserve this memory so I don't lose my fet. Hopefully I don't have to preserve it twice. I don't recall if my soul element gets used up when I... Yeah, actually, while I'm thinking of it. Thank you. Yes, I don't recall if my soul element gets used up when I switch beds. Which I assume I will have to do? We'll find out. Ah, some cat's claw, which has edge to it. Intriguing. A leaf and a flower. Now, if I were to go to the lab with this, what might I create with such a thing? No, before I do that. Still not time. I guess not until this is highlighted. Perhaps. Fortunately, no consequences there. A little bit of fear, which is appreciated. Well, that's for failure, though. Well, no, not... No. That is not exactly what I'm looking for. I believe whist is the only thing I have that has winter in it. Yes. So you'll have to wait for a moment. To a lesser extent, you will as well. No, sky... Sky is in limited supply, oddly enough. I say. We'll hold off on that for now. Take these flowers to the laboratory. We'll deal with them later. And bring this book with us, because we think resurgences and emergences may, perhaps, have some of what I'm looking for. Ava! Wonderful. Ava de Wolf, the Baroness. Let's see here. There you are. This is the crystal called Scolecite, the worm stone, polished to chill smoothness. Oh, Lady Tryphon. A very old portrait in the Byzantine style. Ooh. Here Valentine has painted gulls migrating across the sea. A darkening sea at that. Sorry, looking at you. A well-dressed middle-aged gentleman with receding hair and a clear expression of astonished delight, if you say so. Well, this is somewhat unfortunate, actually. Could I use this scale? A moment, please. No. I would still need 4 more. Depending on what it asks, I could potentially get there. Hello. Oh, it might even be very easy to do if I use ink. Well, not the most auspicious way to do things, but we'll throw some fet in there. See what happens. See if we are lucky. That's the other debate. It could be that some of these uncatalogued books have the traits I need. Oh, no. Thank you very much, but we will be dreaming on this, if you don't mind. No, because I need Arab to take care of it. Night has still not fallen. Are you... You lie. Deceiver. I swear I'm going to miss night and it's going to be real upsetting. Thank you. I suppose I won't, but... I get so easily distracted is the issue. So easily distracted. And so I stress and so I worry. I wonder... Well, I'll deal with that later. Collect our 6 pence. I'll spend a little bit of shaft, why not? And I really need to remember to deal with this delivery from Cater. From Cater and Harrow. It's fine. All is well. We're going to cure our condition and then get back into the business of cataloging books. Actually, it might not be the worst of ideas. In fact, it may be the best of ideas. Pardon, where's the... I had one here that has fur and feathers on it. Did I not? Odd. Yes, you were promising, but I don't have you yet. Pardon? Oh. Well, I've missed an opportunity. Oh, and I have new deliveries. How delightful. Thank you, I'll collect this, and actually, while we are thinking on it, restore Fet with Arab. Oh, I can't. Because this is not compatible, yes, we do recall. Yes, yes. Ba 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 ba. How would one get out of it, though? Remind me, how do I leave the bed? Thank you. Decamp. Okay. Wall art. Wall art containing scale. Well, that's actually relatively easy. Let me see here. 2 scale, it's quite a bit of scale. Unfortunately, since I missed that initial opportunity, I think I'm quite screwed. But, alas. Oh wait, are you the one that had the birds and the beasts? Okay, there we are. There's the furs and the feathers. Which I'm going to have to repeat because I was a fool. Let's see. I'm not sure if I want to unlock more rooms at the moment, though. Well, I say that. I say that. And I think I can actually get a little bit more out of you. An epiphany, which does not grant me any scale. And so because I missed that first opportunity, because I was distracted, because I was chattering, well, here we are, dealing with the results. Hello, you again. Let me see here. First things first, we're going to get you my metal. And then remind me, what has forge in abundance? I suppose I could use this. I suppose. Online coffee. A little bit of effort. What I don't know is if the coffee strictly only has what it states it has, forge and lantern and scale, or if it has a little bit more once it's been brewed. But we'll learn more on that in a moment. You. Tell me of forge. Oh, hello. You do not have an abundance of forge. But you may be a way to find more. Ah, there you are. Okay. There we go. Ross Kragan Risky, which does not have enough. I definitely gave him something that had plenty of forge in it before. Was that my last glass? Oh, bother. Glassfinger toxin, I'd rather not, if I can avoid that. Let's see. Oh no. Click. Well, we'll deal with it when we get there. He doesn't need 6, yes? Well, winter, of all things. An echo. Misos. Irrelevant. It is gone. And now that I am no longer there... And this is the Grail room? Yes, thank you. Add a little bit of Arab to... Actually... Hold, please. Oh, it won't just... Does it need to be Grail, though? Can it be any of these other ones? Rose, or Moon, or Heart? Nope, has to be Grail. Hopefully it doesn't exhaust the Arab. That's going to be a little bit annoying, if it does. On the matter of rain, though, useful in that there is Grail in it. And actually, more than enough Grail, so I don't need this memory I preserved. Oh, no, before we consider any of that, the deliveries, please. Let's see what's in them, gather my materials, and go from there. Because after that, well, we should be good for a few studies. Rail and Nectar. How do I want to use you? Ah, alas, the Dawnline coffee. Oh no, it does have different traits. It just has less forge than I wish it did. Alas, you are going to live somewhere else. I don't know yet. Let's take this pot of coffee up here for now. Isn't that delightful? How can you make serpent milk? I might have a use for that. But no. Speak. Yeah, you got 4 forge. But you have insufficient for what I want you to do. I say. I'm actually rather cross about this. Now, remind me, what can I talk to you about? What other options do I have? An element of the soul, metal. This is what happens when stone gets serious. Intriguing. Sustenance, a tool, a beverage. I need something with forge, though. And I see nary a single thing, except for the Glassfinger toxin, which... Yeah, no. We're not poisoning this man so he can take care of our little issue. Are you a tool, technically? No. No, but you are a source of forge. You would think one of these lanterns or lights, perhaps. Or perhaps I'm simply blind. Hold up. No, C&H, second flush, Assam, a cup. Well, in that absence, I suppose I could get him more edge. I don't think I have anything here with edge in it, though. Is edge not a part of my soul? To a degree in metal it is, but we've already expended that. I have the annoying feeling I'm missing a piece of my soul. But matters for the future. Do I truly not have any more of anything providing forge? I can give you a candlestick, but that apparently isn't something you are willing to use. Heavens forfend. Do we have any tools that you might make use of? Well, let me rephrase that. Anything containing forge that you might make use of? Or have I just wasted your time and mine? Can't just use the pigment? No. Fine. Oh no, just that this is a beverage. I was concerned for a moment there. Oh. Are you a tool, though? You are a light. And my friend here cannot use a light, which would be very helpful. Is there something I can use 5 forge for? Otherwise, I don't want to use the whiskey. As is, it appears I've wasted my time with you. For I was unprepared. Nope. I guess it was just a memory that I used and wasn't a beverage, although... Well. Actually, no, I know for a fact it was. It was Lapsang Souchong, if I recall correctly. Which just means I need to order more of it. Oh, well, sorry about that. You're just gonna sit here, and I guess we're just gonna have you there and waste money. Sorry. Oh well, we'll decamp soon. Now. Evening Isles coffee. Just a packet of it, you say? Remind me what coffee we made. Let's see real quick. Are you Evening Isles? You're Dawn Lion. Let's see. Oh, no, sorry. Let's see what it looks like when we create... Oh. There we are. And we'll just burn a little bit of Trist on this. Perhaps not. Well, perhaps. I always have time to sort of redo things if need be. This mark, though. Can I use that for something? No. I'm just thinking, plotting, planning. Oh, the history plant. Agave aeterna flowers here in summer. Curious. Well, while we wait. Because where are those flowers I just got? Thank you. This has edge and heart to it. Do I have edge in abundance anywhere? Can I use you? No. There's not a single bit of edge in my heart. In my soul, rather. How unfortunate. Let's see. I see where I can create Eigenrau. I see Xanthotic Essence. Winter might be easier to get to you. Let me see here. And for this I would need a little more winter, which is easily done. What do I have that could fit here? Any liquid or fuel. Turpentine, which... Turpentine? No. Solomon's preparation? Okay, I could use Solomon's preparation to create more Solomon's preparation. I mean, for the sake of having it. Oh, no, it remains here regardless. Okay, then I'm not going to worry about that. Don't have enough Grail to do really anything, if we're going to be honest. And do not have enough, well, of anything else. Okay. Well, we've learned how to make Solomon's preparation, which is useful. But then questions. how to do something more with it. And this is a bottle of Ruskragan whiskey, which I dearly wish I hadn't just dropped on the ground. It's fine. It's right where it belongs, as they say. As I say. And actually, since we've been talking about getting ourselves some more of that Souchong, let's see. Arsenic, desiccated witchworms, Schloss Jennings. Domain Ravelin actually wouldn't be the worst of things to grab. Armagnac. Their particular drinking cocoa, perhaps. Let's see here. Assam tea. Do you not have any? I believe you're the one I want, yes. Lapsang Souchong, if I recall correctly. Nope, get... Well, this isn't the desk I was at a moment ago, but it'll do. Let's get ourselves some Lapsang tea. Alright, alright. Evening Isles coffee, which has nothing of what I want. Again, 2 lantern, which... useful, don't get me wrong. Just not what I need right now. Bother. You shall live here. And you... who take so much space... let's see here. I guess this is where it's gonna go for now. Oh, dearie me. You know, I might just need to consider... Well, let's consider this just for the sake of it. For experimentation's sake. We're experimenting there. But no, I might actually just need to look into some other books than the ones I have been looking into. Oh, delightful. Let's send this off to Cater and Harrow immediately. And you just need a shilling. Thank you. I probably should break the 10-shilling note, actually, but, well, too late for that. I wonder, can I use you for anything at all? Am I truly saying that you are utterly useless to me? At least at this stage of the game, as it were. I think I am. Unfortunate. It's not you, it's just the quirks of my soul, unfortunately. I lack the skills I need to do what I want. A memory of scent, which does have some nectar in it, but again, not enough to do anything with. I may recall the rain. Thank you. Question. I have an idea. I have several ideas, actually. Some of which might even be good ideas. Okay. Yes, that does fatigue my Arab, which is quite unfortunate. We have to memorize the rain no matter what, which is really quite annoying. One moment, I just want to pause. Restore Fet, and I want to use this. And I have not a single skill that has any grail in it? No. Okay. We're finished with that for now. This, on the other hand, we are not finished with. This, we're just going to get a new skill with. Nice, quick, easy, simple. Appreciated. Thank you. Alright. And now that we are camped here, we're going to wait until night and preserve... well, preserve the rain, I suppose, if we can. In truth, it does not matter that much. It would be nice if I could just do this whenever. Oh. Weather memories can't be preserved in this way. Well, gossip it is, then. I had been slightly more hopeful than perhaps I should have been. Oh, dear. On the winding stair, by the way. Something effective against curses and 7 knock. We're not there yet. Close, but not quite. Oh. Come on, a little bit faster, please. Bring me unto tomorrow. With this memory intact, if you do, please. Curiosities. Okay. Those indignities perpetrated by the deceitful fraternity of Obliviates. It's not clear whether CROD, who is identified only by his initials, was in fact an initiate of the Obliviate Order of Immortal Adepts. He wrote in the 16th century after the order, if he is to be believed, had passed the height of its power. 58. That they did claim an inheritance of the traditions of the House of Leith, but that they have disregarded both its most sacred and its most beautiful ceremonies where they are not found convenient. 59. 71. The Glassfinger toxin is no mere assassin's convenience for the Obliviates to confine to the disposal of their enemies. It has higher uses, certainly is a great matter of winter, but I've already outlined the technique by which it may be fitted for its ultimate destiny, and if you could tell me how to make it, I would very much appreciate that. Alas. And also further alas, you could have been quite useful a moment ago. One moment. I assume, perhaps incorrectly, that particular memory is tied to this book. So, one moment, because I have uses for that. Potentially fewer than I would like. Let's see here. Those indignities perpetrated, etc. Those indignities perpetrated, etc. And let's see, the memory is contradiction, which is just 2 edge and 1 moon. Plus 2 edge, 1 moon. Alright. Let's see, I should probably find a more convenient way to record this, but, well, it's what I have for the moment. And yes, you would be most useful indeed, if I had kept you, but alas. You, on the other hand, give me edge, which I've been so desperately in need of. It hurts me how that memory immediately dies, but alas, we endure. Now, question. I have a crown. You know, you do offer... Scale, you say? 5 scale. Let's do some preparation. So if they offer me... skin shuck meat is very... Well, it's not very difficult to come by, but it is hard enough to come by that I don't want to use it unnecessarily. And thank you for preserving the gossip, by the way. Let's get to restoring things. Where's Arab in this? Yes, there you are. And we're going to restore it with that. And there we cure my malady. Wonderful. Now, that having been done, let's see about a miner. I believe I can make use of them. Oh, perfect, rain. Which grants me Grail, which... 6 Grail. And me having already used my other resources. Alright, 2 scale, perfect. That was what I was hoping for. Let's make sure we're paused. And a ragged crossroads which does not contain hushery. Yep. Heavens forfend that I have what I need to get more soul. Ah, dear. Alas. Alright, you will be going back to the completed pile, where you belong. No, you won't. No, you won't, because we don't have room for you. One moment. There we are. This one I really should be able to do. It's quite discouraging when things just are like, no. This should have been done several attempts ago, but, well, here we are. There you are. Oh no. Edict's liminal. No memories, but... I mean, come on. How exactly it is avoided being taken care of, I do not know. Oh, sorry. Sorry, dear friend, we have, other issues that we've been dealing with. I can't use this, yes? No, I cannot. And I just need to get you to scale. Can I feed you multiple times? I think I can only feed you once, as I recall. Do you count as a tool? No, you're just material stone. Hum. I mean, serpent milk will work. Actually, serpent milk is used for something else. Now that I see we have it. Let's see. You're gonna live there for now. Along with you two. Just for the sake of getting them out of the way. Scale. I find it very difficult to believe that I have nothing that offers scale. Hello. Something for later. Never call it whale vomit. Except that is exactly what it is, but, well, that's neither here nor there. Oh well, we wait. We wait and progress. I really don't want to use that skin shuck meat if I can avoid it. Wasn't one of the coffees with quite a bit of scale to it? Yeah, I mean, I could give him the full pot, which would be irresponsible. Now, how else might we collaborate, friend? Actually, pardon, I need to take care of something real quick. I will be back. Memory, tool, beverage, sustenance. Actually, the sustenance might be something I should buy. I don't know that I have either of these, so that might be my next purchase. Well, one moment, please, as I said. So, water having been acquired, and whiskey having been, well, starting to have been ordered. Let's see here. I don't know, keep it paused for the moment. I have things to consider. Let's burn a little bit of health in the process. Although perhaps not. Question, can I continue throwing health at you? Perhaps? Ah. Oh well. Perhaps not. In that case. Let's see here. Willing to offer... Well, let's use the 10 shilling note. Just so it's off my list. See what unusual things we find. I like how I say that and immediately regret my decisions. That's lovely. Actually, I'm curious now. Hold on. Can I speak with you on... No. Very well. I could probably speak with you, though. Something to consider for later. For right now... Oh yes, I have Fet being restored. Because I think I can evolve it here. I believe. And I do want to do that. Amongst other things, let's see. So 2 scale is all we need. 2 bloody scale. I mean, this is remains, though, so I can't really make use of them. Bother. Botheration. Oh no, simply that this is able to be served. That's something that's been throwing me off recently. I did look over a few other things, and probably should have looked over things while I was, between. But, let's see here. Let's serve a thing of coffee. Served appropriately in a single dose. My question is, can I just keep throwing drinks at him? Just curious is all. Tools, perhaps? I don't really seem to have well, hold up. Much in the way of tools, but what happened to the mirror? There you are. I was gonna say what happened to the mirror scope, but I found it. Oh. Moon. And rose, but not scale. Bother. Oh. Well, hello. Serpent-styled glass, which is just exactly what I need. Perfect. Now, you want me to give you an element of the soul. Let's see here. A little bit more tryst. There we are. Expend those resources, but gain so much more. Now, the serpent milk is going to have a very specific purpose. I say looking at this dim hall. Or perhaps here. It's a debate, one or the other. Now, as for this coffee, it's going to sit right there. And yes, yes. Grant me more rooms, please. Dregs? Something that this was something. Oh, sorry, I actually do need to talk with you. Here, have an hourglass. I really do need to find some place to store some of these. A better place, I should specify. And now here. Kittling Ripe and the Moldy Warp's Grave, a lusciously illustrated tome of loosely connected children's stories. Few of them are remotely suitable for children. Ah, and there's the Grail. Perfect. The protagonist, a speechless cat thing called Kittling Ripe, performs a series of elaborate rites to rescue members of her extended family, culminating in the resurrection of her other grandmother, Moldy Warp. When the Snake Witch killed the horse, Kittling snatched one of its eyes. When the Dry Witch killed the pig, Kittling stole a cup of its blood. Then she took them to the place Moldy Warp lay buried, and she shook out her hair and she began to dance. Disturbing. And a memory of impulse. It doesn't exactly make sense, but I understand it anyway. Let me see here. Impulse. Impulse from, we'll just say from Kittling. And that is +2 to Moth, and plus, I believe it was 1. If only you would stay open. +1 to Nectar. Very good. Gotta keep things recorded. Gotta keep things documented and understood. And now that we have something with Grail, we have a lot more options. Remind me, how much... mystery of the heart. Ah, dear. You, though, you only have so much grail, and I have effectively 3, but 5. It's close. It's a close thing. Depending on when this gets itself taken care of. A little bit quicker would be nice. But, that's another matter. It's fine, it's fine. All is well. Ah, well. It's all fine in the grand scheme of things. A musician providing sky, rose, and... Well, before we do anything else. Sky rose nectar. Unfortunately, not very useful to me right now. Here. Take my 5 shillings. Ah, yes, the miner can do us the favor of getting this ruinous hall unlocked. As for the sky, though... What aspects might I exploit in the musician? Well, found one. The question is, do I have the resources to exploit your... Let's see, sky. Well, might be a close thing. But I should be fine, in theory. Here, have half a crown. Just give me the change. Wonderful. 4 sky is what you have. Do you have any sky to you? No. Alas. There's a little bit of sky there. Now the troubling part becomes... Where might I find more sky? Oh, there we are. And we're going to put you, my delightful and incredibly important tool, right over there. Yes, are you by chance usable for hushery? No, but you're effective against infestations, which is good to know. Alright. Again, if you could just finish up a little bit quicker, and if you could go to the places I ask you to. Appreciated. Well, it's not exactly what I want, but good enough. Can't wait to get in here, though. Besides all the drinks I see, I just want a place other than this little shack to store all my various drinks. The musician and I are vigilant, which is delightful, but also... Hi. Here you are. And then, by the time that's finished, this will be finished, and it will be all perfect. Now the question becomes, what to study next? That is a good question, actually. I do have a moth memory on hand, it's true. And I do have quite a bit of moth in me. Hum. Something worth considering. On the other hand, Grail. I think you are what I'm going to do next. In part because I suspect Applebright Euphonies might have some nectar to it, perhaps? Perchance? Although I say that, how much forge do I have in me? 4. And depending on if it'll let me use this, 6. A consideration. Lantern I should have in abundance. So perhaps... But I don't have any memories that really... No. Get back in there. There we are. Took some doing, but we got there. If I had another memory, perhaps I'd be more okay with it. That being said, sight's a relatively easy thing to get. Let's try the foundlings. And we'll just use health on it. I don't really see the point. Well, let me rephrase that. I see the point. I just don't see there being any issue there. Questions. You require heart, yes. You require edge. I mean... Ugh. We're at that very particular point where I kind of want to take some risks, but also... I just got my resources back. I just got things sorted. I say. Also a moment I just want to verify. Nothing I have contains hushery. Cool. Alright. Nope. And you are all primed and ready to go. So back to the house. And how's our friend doing? Ah, they're finished. Perfect. Hello, you over here. We have a kitchen. I would have unlocked this if I had known that at the time, but okay. Another instrument. Warmly colored yarns. Oh, is this like a little sewing location? A loom. Ah, delightful. That being the case, let's see. Are any of my moth aspects available? No, just, well, a little bit of moth, but not all of the moth, as it were. We'll have to wait till tomorrow on that one. Not that I couldn't make a little bit more knock, and you know, perhaps it's against my better judgment. Actually, no, it's not, because what I can do is I can restore my Arab, with just a little bit of whatever I have on hand, really. Yeah, well, no, perhaps not. Not you. You. A little bit of whiskey. Which will take 1:30 and thus is probably a waste of time. Huh. And there's the memory of sight that I was sort of hoping for. Sorry, it said something about Mina... Ah, bother. It said something about Mina Lagasse, and I kind of wanted to see that, but okay, it's fine. We endure. As with everything, we endure. There's thinking required here. Oh, did I not finish? Oh, hold on. This is trivial. Do I not have any moon available to me? This is trivial. Turns out I can't do it. But it is trivial. Like, I have much less moon than I thought I did. I mean, it's distributed against all my skills, is the issue. Although, shouldn't be that hard to get, he says, trying to justify actions that are probably foolish. Yeah, we'll go for it. Again, against my better judgment. But there we are. Pardon, what type of alcohol are you? Oh yes, Armagnac 10. We will be needing that, I suspect, if all goes to plan. But now you... Well, I don't have the resources to do anything with you yet, but soon I will. Mark my words, soon I will. There you are. What? There's a space for you right there. You were just placed here. The devil. Okay, I guess you weren't. My apologies. Where were you then? What the hell? There's even like a little space for it. Sounds of distress. I might need you. So I guess... Does this just not fit anywhere? Does this not go anywhere? Is that what I'm to understand from this? Am I just stuck with this astrolabe forever? Okay. I'm going to question that, but sure. Why not? Alright, let's see what your consideration contains. Some soul, memories. Unfortunate. I'm failing on a number 4. Oh, bother. Although... Nope. I was gonna say, if it took a while, I might have been able to make it work, but no. Too late. Too late on several counts. My capacity for missing things is astounding. I'm aware. That's why I'm putting memories here. Am I to understand I can't put memories here? The devil is happening? Yeah, it only connects memories, and I have no memories to use here. So, you know, out of curiosity, I just want to see if saving and quitting helps. Because I'm just weirded out that somehow, I should have read that for one thing, but also somehow I had the astrolabe here, and now I can't put it there. Had this here. I definitely had it. If not there, then... Okay, yeah, sure. Sure, whatever. Yeah, okay. Sure. If this chance could just expire very quickly, that would be the ideal for me right now. I need that 10 seconds to go by really quickly. Come on. You're really edging. I don't think it's gonna make it. I don't think it's gonna make it. Maybe. There's a chance. But... Okay, pause. Good. Memory, regret. Cool. Don't really care about that. Care about it a little bit. Although... Can't add it there. It'll only accept memories that have these traits. Interesting. Okay. Good to know that now. It does make my studies a little bit more difficult, and I'm going to need to consider things more carefully, but... Well, here we are. Alright, once again, Grail. Grail Memory. Grail Soul. And then Grail Skill. Alright. Let's see what it grants me. We can hope for something great and expect something terrible. Huh. Fascinating, though. Now I know how that particular memory thing works. And hey, friend! I have an incredibly dangerous thing for you to do for me. So, a little bit of shapt. There we are. On the topic of, hey, I've got money. Clouds. Largely useless. Well, I say that. It would have been useful when I was trying to get that one. Yes, it would have been useful when I was trying to do the stupid moon challenge, which I failed. Yeah. Hi. Drink some serpent milk for me. Here, have this. It's delicious. Don't give it to cats or babies. Okay. It's fine, don't worry about it. It's medicine. I'd also have to figure out how to derive serpent milk, but matters for the near future. I'm gonna keep on me. I'm also gonna keep you on. Well, no. I think after this, and which might need to be next episode, but after this... After this, I need to consider getting more of our... Sorry, getting more of our books cataloged. One moment. I think, though I may be wrong, but I think I have something that can be attuned to Fet and expand my Fet. It takes 3 minutes to do that, but I can give it 3 minutes, I think, before we close it out for the night. Some good progress was made. Oh, extra effort and things. I can definitely get this done then. Beware, failure might cause maladies. The failure to add a bit of soul? Is that what it refers to? Just as a precaution, you understand. Just like to be cautious with that. And now the things will be easy. Alright, oh, and sorry. Go with the dining hall. Why not? It's not as interesting as the armory, but it is a place I can put all of my foods and stuffs. So, useful in that regard. Well, hold, please. Are not all pieces of art things? Evidently no. Okay, well, that's good to know. Let's see here. Oh, I probably should have actually... A suitable companion for bathing. Good to know about, but also irrelevant to what we're doing. Let me see. What do I have with a bit of a heart? By using a thing, I don't really want to destroy it. This can survive consider without being used up. Okay. There you go. Oh, wow, you have 4 Grail in you. I should have been using you for a while. A machine that will only operate once. If it's an infernal device, that means it'll explode, so be careful. What? That's disturbing. Well, we'll live with that. So, the devoted Tantra. The diplomat priest Stanislav John Schaller transcribed this from the Library of a Red Long, but his manuscript remains in a private collection in Kerisham. The devoured Tantra warns of the uses and dangers of appetite, but devotes an entire passage to the star-limbed hunger-bringers, who it describes with obvious affection. A million blazing fires in the belly engulf what has been swallowed by the multiform mouths. Confounding parable. Ooh. Hey there. I have a use for you. Not the best use ever, but a use, and uses for you as well. Alright. Confounding parable, the devoted Tantra. One moment. Moon, rose, and sky. Moon, rose, sky. Quick and easy. The moth and the grail and the egg unhatching all tell different stories of the world's beginning. One of those stories is the oldest, but it may not be the first. Intriguing. Now you, how much grail and sky do you offer me? Because depending on that, you might be exceptionally valuable. That said, I will be considering the 12 letters on consequence because I just want it off my list. I've already failed it, I believe, twice now. So I want it done with. I want it away and dealt with. Let's see. Well, there's another bedroom here. I suppose I should unlock bedrooms. They're relatively useful. And yes, I should be gathering money, I suppose. To sky. Okay, that's actually very useful. By any chance, no. Hushery. Alas, not a single bit of hushery for me. Still, we endure. You probably have hushery in you. I mean, Solomon Husher is the person you're quoting here. I should hope that there is some hushery involved. You know, actually, with Sky, I might... Well, let me see what I have first, before I do anything else. Let's see. Magafine Mysteries, I believe, has the most. As far as soul goes... There we are. We have 1. And 1. Perfect. That's another book considered and a skill acquired, in theory. And you I'm going to use for one of these Sky books. I'm so sorry, Ambrose. Specifically you, though, because I see that I have other books with this meter. Preliminal meter. 9 modes, 9 horizons. The subtle rhythm of words which open ways. And unless I'm much mistaken, I should... Okay, I thought I saw talk activated there. I was concerned. But now... Oh, sorry, keep going. Ah, wonderful, the dining room is open. Let's see what we have here, besides a lot of mirrors. Disturbing. Very disturbing. We hate that. Truly, not a fan. Not a fan in the slightest. Could make Eigengrau, but... No. Mix in another liquid to produce an alchemical... I mean... Eigengrau's a liquid, so... Yes, let's do that, actually. Disturbing. Very, very disturbing. Sorry, go away. Can I not... There we go. The Hall of Division. Ava DeWolf first furnished this as her Hall of Division, holding feasts where the guests were selected by unusual and exacting criteria. Later, Thurza Blake, 7th librarian, employed the speculist Pomander to add more mirrors. Lots more mirrors. Yes, we see that. We see and wish it was not. But, question is, can I fit all of my nonsense over there? We will learn. No. Get over there. Perfect. Well, this will be a time-consuming process that I'm not going to make you sit through. Well, while we wait. Skin shock mead. Over to the dining room. Actually, hold up. I can be smart about this. Rather than doing one at a time, why don't I use my inventory to move these over? Although it is somewhat unfortunate that there isn't, like, any place where I can serve from there. Is there? Can I serve in this fireplace? I'm sorry, hold that thought. Hendrick's blade. A long hunting knife. Interesting. Or short close-quarters sword. A plaque reads Hendrick Dewell 1525. Ava and Abraham. A magnificent depiction in oils of an elegantly dressed 18th century couple. The face of the gentleman, however, was long ago obliterated by a splash of some dark corrosive substance. Perfect. The Hall of Division fireplace, which I assume, if I were to bring... do I have anything? I do not. Well, deal with that in the near future. Collect my pence. I may have to preserve this. And I'll be able to. Good. Alright. Just thinking. Just thinking is all. What a horrible place, with its mirrors everywhere. Ah, plus fet, which gives me 2 moth and 3 rose. Imperfect, but it works. It is sufficient. I might make use of the rose. Now, question. I can still use this to evolve these other skills. Or these other soul cards, I believe. Question marks. Alright, we've got the Eigengrau. Wonderful. Which I'll eventually use to make something else. Because it is a liquid, yes? Good, it should be perfect for what I want to do. In theory. Oh, no. Sorry. Oh, hold on. You know, there are some things I might make use of there. I wonder. I'm just thinking. I have a little bit of moth here. What else do I have that has moth to it? Edict's Liminal. And you just need a little bit more moth, huh? Fabric and fiber. Fabric and fiber. Let me just think. What do I have that is fabric and fiber? As I recall, are you not? No, you're parchment. Blank. I say. I just want to discover more recipes right now. I suppose for now we don't have the resources to do that. Although if I'm able to improve my Edict's Liminal, that could change very rapidly. So perhaps we'll keep you on board. Question becomes, how do I get enough knock for that? Something for the future. Alright, well, you know what? We've had a very successful day, as we have gotten our FET upgraded. We have, well, plus FET, which is perhaps not the most useful thing we could get our hands on, but +2 moth. And if I find more mothy texts, oh, we'll find uses for it, and make no mistake. Next, I think we'll have to do the sky, but the question becomes, which part of the sky do we do? Well, let's see what this is. We are, after all, so close, and I wouldn't want to end the episode too early. The 12th Letters on Consequence, Julian Cosley's epistolary treatise on what may come after, addressed to his once friend Claude Hersault, the mystic and antiquarian. By the time he wrote these letters, Cosley was identified with the oneiropolitical worms movement, and Hersault with the birds, meaning roughly that Hersault held the order of the hours to be desirable, and Cosley held it to be oppressive. Many of Cosley's arguments about consequence and finality are couched in erudite and practical alchemical terms. Others appear to be thinly veiled threats directed at Hersault. Some are both. As happens, unfortunately. You have... well, I don't have anything associated with that. Yes, thank you. Very helpful. Every choice is a shadow. And our 12th letters on consequence are complete. But now, question. In considering this... Well, no. First things first. What aspects of my soul have sky in them? I think it is just Faust. Faust and Faust alone. And not that much of it at that. Well, you have some, this is true. At the confounding parable, I bring that up to 2. So I can bring it up to 5-ish. Unless one of you has much more sky, which you don't. I may have to leave this for now. And just preserve the parable. Which I'm going to do now before we call it a day because, well, I have a tendency to forget things. Unfortunately. Oh, and I should notate that regret is tied to the 12th letter on consequence. As soon as the clock goes forward just a teeny tiny bit. Then again, I don't think I should be leaving my considerations empty, so... Oh, you know, there's a chance that some of these books have the necessary skills that I'm waiting for, so... Perhaps against my better judgment. Let's catalog it. Curia books are only rarely contaminated. Yes, unfortunately we've found, well, quite a few that were contaminated. It seems, it feels. Alright. Confounding parable? No? Okay, just a little bit early. There you are. It is the more versatile of the two memories, so sorry, regret, but away you go. Oh. De motu corporum vetitorum. The author rejoices in the name of Abelard Hubris, and the title might be translated as On the Forbidden Motions of Bodies, evidently a reference to Newton's De motu corporem, published some 20 years previously. Subject Oranoscopy. Consider the star. Hath each star its 7 names? Observe that these names are never shared. Thomas de Wolfe. Curious, and well above my skill level, unfortunately. You'll live there for now. Although you will live up... Well, I'm not guaranteed to get through the 7th voice, so we'll leave it down there for now. And that is where we will leave us for now. We went well over schedule, but I had several things all going off all at once, and I am very easily distracted, as you can tell by just watching and using your eyes. Damn it, there's a veiled goddess Lapsang Suchong, which I intended to use. Oh well. It's fine. We'll deal with it later. For now, thank you all for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly, and I will see you all soon. Hey! As soon as you wake up, we got work to do.